Hey everyone, I wanted to make a video about some of the issues happening with Halo Wars 2 lately. Want to give you my experience with it, ask you if you've been having this problem, and then kind of have this is really an opinionated video on my thoughts on why these issues keep happening and why it takes so long for these issues to be resolved. And I want to be clear from the beginning, I'm not upset with anyone who works at 343 or anything like that. It's really the whole process is what frustrates me, and that's really the point of this video. So everything I'm talking about here, besides the problem itself of that you can't join people, is really all speculation. So I just want to make sure that you're aware of that before I say anything else. So the problem I'm having, and a lot of other people are having in Halo Wars 2, it started about 4 days ago now. I got reports of Halo Wars 2 being down. I don't really think much of it because it kind of happens occasionally. All Halo servers will go down for like an hour or two, or all of Xbox Live will have issues sometimes. This is just normal when it comes to online games. So I didn't think much of it. Well, yesterday, Ed and I tried to join each other to play and record some Halo Wars 2. And the issue that you have is let's say I'm sitting in the main menu and I want to invite Ed into my game lobby. So, of course, I'll send Ed an invite. When Ed accepts that invite, I am disconnected from the Halo Wars 2 servers, and then Ed can't join me. And vice versa. If Ed sends me an invite and I accept, he is automatically removed from the Halo Wars 2 servers, and then he has to reconnect. And this happens whether you send an invite, you're on Xbox or PC, you try to join a session in progress. I've tried this with Ed and with Jolly about 12 hours apart yesterday, and this issue happened with both of them. And a lot of people are reporting this problem on Reddit and on Discord and on Twitter. And this problem is pretty widespread from what I've heard. It's interesting because you can still search and find games online. So after Ed and I tried for like an hour yesterday trying to get in each other's lobby, once we were successful, we were able to play some games yesterday. So I think that's why 343 hasn't been quick to report that this is an issue. When I did reach out to them last night, I will say Unyshek was really quick to reply, and I replied with him I provided the video of this problem, and he said he would send it to the right people on the team, and I did fill out a Halo support ticket as well. So I hope that this problem is fixed, but it seems to be pretty widespread. So the reason why I'm upset about this issue is it seems like Halo Wars 2 players usually have to alert 343 that this problem exists or a problem exists. And I don't think that's really the right way to go about it. I wish that there was some sort of automated testing that 343 has that catches these problems. Maybe nightly some sort of test should be run where it generates temporary Xbox accounts, and they'll fire up Halo Wars 2 and they'll try to join each other, and they'll try to start a custom match, all these sorts of things. And then when the test is done, it'll send a report saying, yay, it succeeded, the servers work. Whatever the case may be, I know that that's possible in software development. And they did say it's going to the team to be investigated, and I know that this is most likely going to be fixed pretty quickly. Once they get the problem, they are fast to resolve it, I would say, for Halo Wars 2. The problem I have is that the players have to keep reporting this problem. And I wish that the community people, and they might, I could be completely wrong about this, but I wish the community people would check up on the Halo Wars subreddit and check on the Halo Wars hashtag or search term on Twitter, or look at the Halo Wars Discord servers and see if people are reporting problems. Like, even if it's like once every 2 weeks or once every week, I think that would go a long way to make sure that there's no problems. Is there no one even doing manual testing over there to see if the legacy titles work? I'm assuming Halo Wars 2 is now a legacy title. Can people join each other in every of the older Halo games? Can people start and search a match? I think that probably would have caught this problem. Also, they do have player counts on the back end. 343 has analytics on how Halo Wars 2 is performing, how MCC is performing, how all of their games are performing. They do have analytics. They just don't share it with the public. And did no one look at the analytics? And probably the player count has probably dropped dramatically due to this problem. Because if no one can join their friends, some people are probably like, well, forget it. Let's just play something else. That's what happened with Jolly and I last night. We said, well, let's go play Master Chief Collection. And, maybe was someone not looking at this and said, well, the player count has dropped 70 or 80% over 3 days. Maybe we should take a look. That may be the case. That may have happened. I'm not so sure. I think where my frustration about all of this really comes into play is that Halo Wars 2 is not going to see a dramatic influx of new players. And that's not going to happen until Halo Wars 2 is going to be added to Steam, when we see the next influx of new players. And what's going to happen is there's going to be someone out there who has Game Pass and will try Halo Wars 2 for the first time. And they may try it with their friends for the first time, and they'll try to join each other. And since they can't right now, when they tried it, let's say for the first time last night, they couldn't join each other, and they would say, well, you know what, this game is stupid. I'm never going to play this again. And they're probably never going to come back. And I say that every time Halo Wars 2 has this problem, because this community is kind of fragile. You're not going to see all of a sudden 300,000 people start playing Halo Wars all of a sudden. You're going to see people try it out here and there. What I mean is I want the game to work. So when someone tries the game for the first time and it works, they have the opportunity to fall in love with it and play it for months and years to come. Because that's really what I want Team Respawn to be, is a outlet to show the love of Halo Wars and to tell people that this is a welcoming place. And Halo Wars 2 is awesome. If you give it a chance, it is a great game. And if people can't join each other, they won't have that chance to see how awesome it is. Does that make sense? I may not be making sense here, but because those people who are going to try and join each other, they're going to have the issue where they can't join each other. So the first thing they're probably going to do is look to Halo support on Twitter, or the Halo community guys on Twitter. They're going to see, well, is Halo having any issues? And if none of these guys have reported the problem, or have taken days to report the problem, they're going to be like, well, I guess this game kind of just sucks, and they're going to leave and never come back. So I want more visibility, and I want more transparency. And, I wish that it was a little bit of a faster response to detecting these problems. So people who try the game out for the first time know that there are problems, or people aren't just asking each other on Reddit for days on end, hey, are you having a problem? Oh, I'm having the problem too. So I think that's going to conclude my rant. Granted, everything I said could be totally wrong. They could have automated tests that check for these problems. They could have people testing the game weekly manually to see if it has problems. They could have analytics that say, well, the player count's really low. Let's see what's going on. I could be wrong about all of this, but it just seems on the surface from a player's perspective that it's not. And I wish that would change. Regardless, they did reply to me really quickly, so I'm really thankful for that, and I hope that this is fixed soon. I will post updates in the comments pinned to this video to let you know of any updates to this issue. I'll also let everyone know on Discord as well. Again, I'd love to know your thoughts. Are you having this issue? Please post your experience on this issue down in the comments, and would you like to see anything different on the response from 343? I'd love to know your opinion on that as well. All right, that does it for me. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I'll see you, James.